Let me push it out to the other channels before you do anything. Hold the door.
Hold the phone.
Hold the door.
Yeah.
Sit it down now.
I haven't seen a front row band either. They always like this time of the day.
All right. Stand by. Ready, watch the confidence monitor. Let me see the bulldog logo. Oh, he's getting ready.
I'm trying to coordinate with the radio station. Okay, great.
Are you on? Yep.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bedford High Stadium. It's a whole new season. It's the playoffs, and we've got a huge rematch here between the Bedford Bulldogs and the Exeter Bluehawks, two teams that met just 3 weeks ago and ended in one of the most exciting finishes in Bedford football history, with Joe Michael hitting a field goal with 3.3 seconds left to give the Bulldogs a win. Corey, what do you think is the key to this game with two teams that have just seen each other 3 weeks ago?
Rematch is the name of the game here. As you mentioned, Joe Michael was the hero 3 weeks ago, kicking 3 field goals, passing for a touchdown, and certainly the game winner with 8 seconds left from 33 yards out was very exciting. I think it's going to be an interesting quarterback matchup as Pafford has taken over the helm at quarterback for the Exeter Bluehawks. He did so in that game 3 weeks ago from the starter Aidan McGinley. So it should be an interesting matchup between those two. Certainly the T offense and the big line up front for the Exeter Bluehawks will be another key aspect of this game, how well they can move the ball up and down the field.
Looking at Roger Brown's column in the Union Leader earlier this morning, he had an interview with Coach Eric Kumba of the Dover Green Wave, who made the point that it's extremely hard to beat a team twice in the same year. It was last year that they beat Exeter in the regular season, but lost to them in the playoffs. Another point that he made was that this Exeter defense is so tough, they'll give you room to move and operate between the 20-yard lines, but once you get into the red zone, they're going to just shut you down. And we did see a little of that 3 weeks ago, but I think the big difference in that, in what happened last time we played, and also what's going to happen in this game, is we've got the wild card of Joe Michael's leg. He led us into the 20. That's Michael's field goal range. He's pretty solid from about 30 yards. And I think that's going to be, if Bedford can come away with points on every possession, be it 3 or 6, I think you're going to see a Bulldog victory today.
Absolutely. We've seen his leg be quite strong throughout the course of the season. Testing him from 30 plus, we haven't quite seen a 40-yarder yet, but if you get to that 20-yard line, that's a 37-yard field goal, certainly within his realm of capability.
We had a chance to speak with Coach Michael on Thursday, and here's what he had to say. We're speaking with Coach Zach Matthews of the Bedford Bulldogs. Congratulations on winning the North Conference with a 7-2 record. How does it feel to reach that milestone?
Yeah, I think it's a nice accomplishment for our kids. Anytime we go into the season, our goals are to win all of our home contests, to win the conference and qualify for the playoffs. So to be able to, kind of check those boxes and accomplish those team goals is a testament to the kids' hard work in the off season and the development of the team throughout the course of the season.
And speaking of that development, you did have a few stumbles early in the year, some losses, some bad plays. What was your message to your players to keep them focused on their goals?
Well, I think that anytime you go into a season is a journey. It's a body of work, and throughout the season, you hope that you're going to improve on certain things that maybe you feel like you need some growth on early in the season. And I think definitely when you look at our schedule is very front-loaded. We knew that going in. We were going to face a really solid competition early in the year. And you hope that you can learn from any experiences you have that could possibly be negative. And certainly, starting out the year against Winnacunnet, looking back on it now, them being the only undefeated team left in Division I football, we know that's a solid football program. That was a tough way to start the year. And then with a little bit of adversity, obviously, early in the year against Goffstown as well. But really proud of our kids. Every single week, we come to practice. They're looking to improve, and we've had very consistent effort and very consistent improvement from our whole team, which, really puts us in a good situation, obviously, working into the playoffs.
Speaking of, you host Exeter, a team that you earned a narrow win over 3 weeks ago. Obviously, both teams are now very familiar with each other. How does that affect game planning?
Yeah, I think it makes game planning in one regard easier because you're familiar with the opponent. We don't have to go learn about their personnel anymore or kind of some of their basics. We know those things, and we're able to go back and look at the film of our actual game against them, and now it comes down to kind of adding some wrinkles to things that you did well, adding some wrinkles and fixing some things that maybe you didn't do so well against your opponent. And so it really becomes less about, knowing how you match up against someone and more about trying to just, fix some of the mistakes you may have had or protect some of the concepts that worked really well for you the last time around.
In that Exeter game, they changed quarterbacks to a junior, Pafford, who led them to almost nearly a victory in that game. What happened when they went to that new quarterback? How did that change the dynamic for your game, and what do you expect to see from them this week?
Well, I think the Pafford kid in my opinion, is a little bit better of a passer than their other quarterback. And so I think when, they were down at halftime in that game, we were doing a pretty good job of stopping their running game, and they're typically not a team that throws the ball a whole lot. And so based on my perspective, I think that the new quarterback, the kid who's a junior, the Pafford kid, gives them a little bit of a better passer as far as that's concerned. And, so I think for us, we've just got to be aware of the fact that there might be some different pass concepts. They're still not going to be a pass-heavy team. They're not going to throw the ball a lot. But I think it's understanding that this quarterback can really make some good throws in their offense when he has to. And so we've got to do a good job of stopping the run, but then again, being ready for the pass and expecting them to take some deep shots on us at opportune times during the football game.
Forecast right now calls for sunshine, a little bit of wind, temperatures in the mid-50s. Perfect day for playoff football.
Yeah, I think anytime you get to the end of the season, especially in New England, you never know what you're going to get. Obviously, there was teams last week who played last Saturday in some pretty difficult conditions. So for us, being as balanced as we are, we like to throw the football. We like to run the football as well. We like to be about 50-50 in our play calling and our percentages. Anytime you get a fast track and sunshine, obviously that makes you feel good going into the game because the weather is not going to be an obstacle, and it's going to be something that provides a great opportunity for the fans and spectators as well.
Yeah, we expect a big crowd too. Coach, congratulations on winning the North, and good luck in the playoffs.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're excited about it.
Bedford High School band performing the national anthem as we get ready for kickoff here at Bedford High School Stadium. We talked about Evan Pafford. He's the junior quarterback for Exeter. A better passer, but does that necessarily mean that he's going to deviate from the run-first offense that we've seen from the Blue Hawks in the past?
Well, no, definitely not. We're going to see them stack up in their T offense, two tights, three backs in the backfield behind Evan Pafford. They're going to smash it right up the middle. Maybe some misdirection plays, maybe trying to get out on the edge here and there. But it's the concept of keeping the Bedford defense off guard and mixing in a pass here and there to try to catch them off guard. So those are really kind of the strategies behind the Exeter offense. And certainly, as Coach Matthews talked about, Pafford seems to have a better concept for the passing game, so it adds a different threat for their offense.
I have vivid memories of Jacob Weberg punching holes through the Bedford line 3 weeks ago. He's going to be an effective tool for this Blue Hawk offense. It's going to be up to the Bedford defense to slow him down.
Yeah, Weberg had a heck of a game last time out as he was making plays all over the field. A solid hit on Tagliaferro on the fourth quarter on a key play, smashed into him on the defensive side. 2 touchdowns, 1 running about 25 yards, and then an unbelievable one-handed stab on the go-ahead touchdown for Exeter in the fourth quarter. That didn't hold up as, Joe Michael played hero late in the game, but still, Weberg, I expect to have another outstanding day today. Tough kid, great athlete.
Yeah, he had 55 yards on 7 carries plus a couple of receptions as well, so he was a big-time tool to victory or near victory for the Exeter Bluehawks. Other statistics from that game, Bedford had actually outplayed them quite a bit on the offensive side. 290 yards of total offense to 166. Time of possession was equal. Bedford had almost twice the number of offensive plays, 59 to 38. But again, the game came down to a single field goal, and that's what we expect here. A very tight game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one here. The rematch, the drama, a lot of fans in the stands. Love to see it. Parking lot was full. Got the students out here. Yeah, there was tailgating going on in Bedford High School. It's like we have an SEC matchup here, Harry. Love it.
Exactly. So it's great to have some of the Blue Hawk fans down here with us to enjoy this game. Couldn't ask for better weather. I think I saw the Bedford had won the toss and chose to defer here.
Yes, that's true.
Correct?
Yep, that's the indication that I had. Exeter will receive the opening kickoff. Great atmosphere here today. It's fun to see the inflatable bulldog down in the end zone.
Yeah, that's quite an addition this year, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, how many D1 programs in Bedford have their own inflatable?
Gotta love it. Kids get to run through that, break through the banner, get all pumped up before the game.
Kind of reminds me of Max from the Monarchs.
There you go. Good, so we're going to...
They had the big Max head.
Absolutely. We're going to have Joe Michael kicking off. The Bulldogs are in their home black uniforms, black pants, black jerseys, black helmets with white numbering. Helmets go up for this opening kickoff from Michael.
And it's going to be a pooch kick, fairly short. Picked up at the 25-yard line, brought up to the 30 and down at the 34. I believe that was Adam Neal, the short man, taking that ball for Exeter.
So as the Bulldog defense takes the field, we saw them last time stacking the box against this tough Exeter run offense. They'll likely have 5 down linemen and 4 linebackers, putting 9 men within 3 or 4 yards of the line of scrimmage. 2 defensive backs looking for that deception in the pass. They come out in their T formation.
Yep. No receivers, 3 in the backfield. Pafford under center. The snap and a handoff. The detour, I believe, and he gets about 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, just the handoff right up the middle. That's detour, and he's going to be a tough aspect of that offense. Tough runner right in the middle. They get 2 or 3 yards in their opening handoff there. They're
going to give him 3 yards on the carry. That'll make it 2nd and 7 from the Exeter 37-yard line. Bradley Richards leaves the game. And a timeout here. Is it an official timeout? It is. And now they restart the clock. They open the formation up a little bit, just 2 in the backfield now. And there's a pitch to Detour off to his...
Ooh, ball's out.
Ball's out. It could be Bedford's ball. It is.
Wow.
Fumble Exeter at the 38-yard line. Detour lost the handle on the way down to the ground.
Yeah, as we see here on the replay, toss sweep to the left side. The initial hit's what causes that ball to come out, and Bedford comes up with a huge play early in this game.
So that's going to erase the first possession for Exeter, and these possessions are like gold in this game. And Bedford is set up in Exeter territory. They are going to start at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 with 11:09 to go in the first quarter.
Turnovers, killers. Bedford coming up with a huge one here, an early opportunity to take advantage of this.
Bedford coming out with a two-back set, two receivers. Michael hands it off to
Colby Snow out to the right.
And he goes to his right and picks up about 2 yards up to the 35-yard line before taken down.
Yeah, I've said it a couple times this year with the offensive play calling. I love to take a shot down the field after a quick change like that, especially in the opponent's territory. 1st and 10, you usually try to put that ball deep because the defense is scrambling. It's a quick change, a little bit of confusion. A lot of times you can catch that defense sleeping back there.
Snow got to the 34-yard line, so a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Clock is stopped at 11:03. Same formation. This time it's going to be a sweep to the left with Sphere. He takes the handoff, gets up to the 33-yard line, pick up about 4 yards.
Yeah, we see here Sphere's going to make a great cut back. He comes out to the left-hand side, jabs right there, and gets back inside for an extra 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and short.
3rd and 1 at the 27-yard line of Exeter. So big 3rd down here early. Keep the drive alive here. We'll see what they do. Receivers are set, 1 to each side, 2 in the backfield. Michael's going to keep it himself, going up the middle for the 1st down. He gets to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Yeah, the defensive front is a little bit spread out, right? They have 3 down linemen, 2 stand-up ends. So you see Michael come right up the middle there, fakes the handoff, and pops it right up the gut for that 1st down run.
No score. Each team has had a possession. Exeter fumbled the ball on their 1st possession a moment ago.
2nd play from scrimmage, a huge change in momentum early in this game.
So 1st and 10 here. Both receivers to the right of Michael. He's going to give it to Sphere, who starts to his right and cuts up the middle. He's going to pick up 1st down yardage and get, the ball is on the ground.
Jeez, that ball seemed like it was down.
I would think he would be, but
let's see what the officials
are saying.
say.
Exeter took over here. Unfortunately, we don't have a instant replay to turn over plays, but it did look like Sphere was on the ground already when he lost the ball, but they're going to give the ball back to the Blue Hawks on the 4-yard line. So Bedford gets a turnover and gives one.
That's late in this run here. And that ball squirts out. Sure certainly looked like he was down from that replay, but maybe it's something that we couldn't see from up here. That ball was being juggled on the way down. Either way, Exeter comes up with a turnover of their own and start on their own 4-yard line.
So a terrific drive by Bedford, snuffed out with a fumble. And here we are again, Pafford under center with the T formation. 3 in the backfield. A handoff goes to, you got to check that number. Number 39 was the ball carrier. That's Bradley Richards for the Blue Hawks. And they mark him at the 10-yard line. So 6-yard gain there for Exeter. 2nd down and 4 coming up here with 9 minutes to go in the 1st.
Here, I think it's still 2nd and 10 here. They got back to the original line of scrimmage, but they're backed up deep. You can imagine some conservative play calling here. There's a pass.
Pafford turns around.
Wow.
Juggled the ball, couldn't come down with it.
Well, it looked like that hit Sabati, number 3 for the Bulldogs, right in the back. Glanced off of him, and then number 88, Ryan Graney, actually had a chance to catch this ball on the deflection. Strange play there, but it's still going to be 3rd and 10.
And Pafford takes a quick trip to the sideline. Now he's back to the huddle with the play from Coach Ball. So 3rd and 10. If Bedford can hold him here, they should come out with pretty good field position. 2 in the backfield. Pafford under center. Hands it off. And it looks like a big stop again. Yep, this time it was Weber carrying for no gain.
That's coming up huge for that Bedford defensive line here. You can see they stack it up right there at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a 1-yard gain, but forcing the punt after that turnover, key in the red zone.
So Nathaniel Layton is the punter. He's deep in his end zone, but he gets a great kickoff. And it's picked up at the 35-yard line, then backed off a little bit to lose some yardage. Nate Clark was the receiver for Bedford. And he's going to be down at the 37-yard line, so that's where Bedford will take over, which is about where they took over on the last possession.
It looked like Tagliaferro bobbled that just a touch as he was receiving it. Wanted to make some space for himself, so actually retreated a touch, and now they take over on the exact yardage that they had on the first series on the 37-yard line.
So no harm, no foul either way off these turnovers. Bedford is back where they started from on their last possession at the Exeter 37-yard line. Two receivers to the left, one in the backfield offset. And Michael's going to run to his right. He's got some yards, and he looks like he got a first down all the way up to about the 26-yard line. They're going to mark him very close. If not a first, he's going to be very close.
Yeah, watch Logan Sphere here on the outside, number 1. Popped right there, got a great block on the outside backer and sprung Joe Michael for that extra yardage.
So they're going to call it a 9-yard gain for Michael on the keeper. 2nd down and 1 coming up here.
You like to see that from your running backs, getting out, getting dirty, making some key blocks, both in pass protection but also on that run for your quarterback.
2 in the backfield now for Bedford, and now they spread out, receivers on either side. And the handoff goes to Sphere. He gets up for first down yardage up to the 24 for Exeter. So a new set of downs coming up here for the Bulldogs. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. Both teams with the possession twice and couldn't do anything with either possession.
That was an interesting motion right there out of Coach Matthews' offense. We haven't seen much of that this year. As he was talking about in that pregame interview, make sure you stick to your basics, but add in a couple of wrinkles. And that motion before snap was certainly a wrinkle.
Sphere in the backfield. He's the lone back. He gets the pitch. Running to his left. He gets submarined there by number 39 for Exeter. Bradley Richards at the tackle there. Good cut there. Going to limit it to almost no gain.
Adam Neal came up from his secondary position there for the Blue Hawks as well. Got in on that tackle. 2nd and 10 here.
No score currently at Londonderry or at Pinkerton Academy. That game's going on at the same time. Busy backfield there for Bedford. Now they spread out. Tagliaferro off to the right. And Gradzinskis to the left. And Gradzinskis is the receiver. He gets the pass, and he gets it all the way to the 10-yard line. It's going to be close to 1st and goal.
And mark it at the 11, so they still can't get a first down. But again, that was that pre-snap motion. They were lined up a certain way. Joe Michael gives a certain set to change into a different formation. And then Gradzinskis was open on that left side on a quick slant.
Bedford lines up 2 receivers. Gradzinskis and Tagliaferro are going to be off to the right, but Michael's going to run to his left. He's got a block, and he gets it up to the 6-yard line for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Bulldogs.
He had some good blocking out in front of him. Pulling guard from the left side there. Big number 72 getting out in the way. That's Jake Ben trying to seal those linebackers to the inside.
6-minute mark here in the first. No score. In the only other playoff game that's been completed, Goffstown lost to Winnicott yesterday. They put up a good fight, but came up short 20-14. So the winner of this game will be traveling to Hampton to take on the 10-0 undefeated Winnicott Warriors. There's a snap.
Ball.
And a ball on the ground once again, but I think Bedford got it back. A little miscommunication on the handoff between Michael and Sphere. And yeah, Sphere came up with the ball, so a close call there.
You nailed it there. That's a run-pass option for Joe Michael in the backfield. He sees Sphere go ahead in front of him. Has the option to just hand it off or look for a receiver. And you're right, they miscommunicated on whether or not he was giving it or pulling it. That ball ended up on the carpet.
And it ends up being a 3-yard loss, so it's 3rd and 8 coming up right now. Bedford can still get a first down. They'll have to get to the 1-yard line, but they'd rather get into the end zone here. 5 minutes to go in the first. 2 receivers to the right. Michael hands it off. It's a double reverse.
Ooh.
Taliaferro,
Wow.
he's got blockers. He's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. 8-yard run. Taliaferro puts Bedford up 6-0.
Wow, sneaky play here.
They're pulling out all the stops today.
Tagliaferro with that nice little wrinkle on the end around from the backside, the reverse. Catches the Exeter defense off guard, and they get 6.
And now Michael lines up for the extra point here. Yeah, that was a tough third down here against a defense that's known to be pretty fierce in the red zone. They had to come up with something that they hadn't seen before, and it worked to perfection. Grudinskis waiting for the snap. He gets it. Ball is down. Kick is up. It looks like it might have been blocked.
Oh, it's wide.
And it's wide to the right. Somebody got a paw on that.
Let's see if we can see it on the replay here. The snap looked okay. Good hold to get it down. Looks like Michael just pushed it to the far right.
But it didn't seem to have enough leg to it. That's why I think somebody made contact with it, because it was kind of fluttering on the way to the goalpost.
Definitely not the solid kick that we've been seeing from Joe Michael in recent games. But back to that touchdown. That's a fantastic play call there. You're deep in your enemy's territory. You're on the doorstep, and you need to get points out there. That's a perfect time to come up with a trick play, if you will, on that reverse. So kudos to Coach Matthews, and the play calling leads to a Bedford 6-0 lead here. Quick reminder for everybody out there in the Bedford community, the girls volleyball team is in the state finals today at 4:30 p.m. at Pinkerton. They will take on Hollis Brookline for the championship. Bedford, the #1 seed, and Hollis Brookline coming in with that #2 seed. So it should be a good tilt this afternoon at 4:30 at Pinkerton High School.
Here comes Joe Michael with the kick. He's going to send it to the sideline there. Ooh. Oh, it looks like a little miscommunication there. Two Exeter receivers coming to the ball at the same time almost caused a turnover there.
Yeah, you know, Roger Smythe, who came up with that field there, came up with the ball. I got to give him credit for holding on to that thing. I mean,
yeah,
he got whacked by his teammate.
Yeah, Nate Layton thought the ball was going to him, and they both were fighting for it, kind of met the ball at the same time.
And of course, in high school, once you hit the ground, you are not able to get back up and run like you are in the NFL. Your knee or elbow, or you are called down on the turf, the play ends.
And that happened right at the 20-yard line, so that's where Exeter takes over. 1st and 10, 4:45 to go here in the first quarter. Bedford up 6-0. An 8-yard run by Taliaferro on a reverse. Extra point, no good. In the T formation, the handoff inside. And the ball's on the ground again. Wow, somebody greased the ball up today.
I guess. Slippery little sucker today.
But the recovery there by number 57 for the Exeter Bluehawks, that's Ian O'Kane. Spared disaster there for the Bluehawks. It's going to be a big gainer, though, up to the 28-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Unfortunate miss there for the Bulldogs.
T formation once again. Pafford under center. The snap and the handoff goes inside to. They're so tight, I can't usually find the numbers. Is that
I believe that was Weberg, yeah, 33 with that carry. He's got enough for the first down, so they will move the sticks.
So he gets it up to the 31, about the 30 and a half to be more exact, but it's enough for the first. The first down the Exeter Bluehawks were able to pick up today. I want to mention, too, this state final with the volleyball. It's going to be televised on the NFHS network online. T formation again here on 1st and 10. Handoff inside.
Who's got some room?
Weberg's got some room. He broke through. He's going to pick up the first down up to the 43-yard line. That was a quick handoff. He was the first guy through the hole.
Yeah, I think that was Leo Zhang, who came right up the middle, number 27. Didn't get a lot of time last game, but he's been lining up in the backfield behind Pafford today. He's right in the middle in this T formation this time, too.
They're sticking with the T here at the Exeter 43-yard line. Pafford under center, takes the snap, gives it to Layton. He gets driven back after about a yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Sphere and Henrishon right there all over it. Kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
We just had a score in the Londonderry-Pinkerton game. Londonderry appears to have just scored a touchdown but missed the extra points, so they're up 6-0.
Similar story.
So 2:30 to go here in the first. 2 in the backfield this time for the Blue Hawks. Zhang and Layton. It's a fake that Layton. Hafford's going to keep the ball, turn the corner, and get it into Bedford territory. He's going to pick up about 7 yards up to the 49-yard line of Bedford.
Yeah, Sheridan came across and came up with that tackle, but not before about a 7-yard gain there. Again, 3rd and short for the Blue Hawk offense.
Yeah, it's going to be a long 2 here. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Pafford returns from the sideline with the play call.
I have to say, good pursuit of the ball there by Sheridan as he came all the way from the backside.
So 3rd and 3, they're going to call this. T formation again for Exeter. And the ball goes to Weberg, who fights his way very close.
Boy.
I think he's short.
Nah, they're going to give it to him.
They're going to give him a generous spot.
Yeah, he made the 47-yard line, so I'm guessing that they're going to move the chains here. They might measure now. The head official signals for first down, so they get a first down and into Bedford territory on the Bedford 47-yard line.
So on the 3rd possession here, the Exeter Blue Hawks are starting to put together some drives, moving the ball with 1:13 left here in the first quarter. Bedford up 6-0. In the T formation again, Pafford under center. The snap and inside handoff that gets snuffed out. Layton was the carrier. No, correction, Zhang, number 27. He winds up picking up 2 yards on the play. They'll mark him down at the Bedford 44-yard line.
You have to give it to Evan Pafford. He's an athletic kid with the ball in his hands, but he's also very deceptive with the ball. When he turns around, you have those 3 backs going in all different directions. You have misdirection up front with your offensive line. It's tough for that defense to figure out where the heck the ball's going. It's tough for you, too, with these binoculars.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I mean, I've got binoculars here, and sometimes I can't even tell. They're so tight together. But they're not too bad here. Just 2 in the backfield, Zhang and Layton. Weberg is the wingman. Handoff inside to Zhang, who fights for a couple of yards. They're going to mark him at the 41. So we're coming up on a 3rd and 5 here for the Exeter Blue Hawks.
That's going to run out the first quarter as we've had no penalties to speak of. A lot of run plays. Ball's been inbounds, so we have a quick first quarter that has gone by, and Bedford holds a 6-0 lead after 1.
And that comes off an 8-yard run by Taliaferro off a reverse play, which is something we really haven't seen the Bulldogs run here. But Coach Matthews said he's got a couple of wrinkles that he's going to pull out here in this playoff game, like you have to do, especially with an opponent that you only played 3 weeks ago. You got to change things up.
Sure do. We've seen the motion, pre-snap motion from the Bedford offense cause a couple of plays to create confusion on the defense, and then certainly that reverse for Tagliaferro on that 8-yard touchdown run. So, good strategy as he's done a couple of different things that aren't on film from the rest of the season. Mixing it up, trying to keep the defense off guard.
We've got another Bedford team in the state finals, girls soccer. They're going to be playing their final at 5:30 on Sunday at the Exeter Bill Ball Stadium. And it's going to be number 1 seed BG against the number 3 Bulldogs. And BG, of course, one of our biggest rivals. Again, that's on NFHS Network. Although we'd like to have you drive down to Exeter and cheer them on live.
Another rematch from earlier in the season.
Ready to start. The clock's not ready yet. No time on the clock right now. I don't know if the officials realize that. And they do finally. Now the clock is set.
I hit enter and it didn't go in.
And play is resumed here. 12 minutes to go. 2 behind Pafford. Weberg is the tight end, handoff to Layton.
He doesn't get it.
No,
he's short.
He gets submarine there after about a 2-yard gain.
Likely 4-down territory here. 4th and maybe 1. Certainly 4th and short. That was a good stick by the defense. But as you know from last game, the Bedford defense is going to have to buckle down on a couple of 4th down tries here, and Blue Hawks offense stays on the board.
A couple of fresh bodies in. Bosa comes in, also Ryan Sheridan for Bedford. Here we go, 4th and 1.
It's like a Bears defense. They have 6 down linemen here, right up at the line of scrimmage. Watch the jump. Don't go early.
And the handoff goes to
He's got it.
Weberg. And he's going to get the first.
Tackle there by Chandonnet. He came up on the outside right side of the defense, but it wasn't before the Blue Hawks got that first down. So they put on their big boys, tried to defend that line of scrimmage, but couldn't quite keep the Blue Hawks from moving those chains again.
No, Weberg bounced to the outside a little bit to avoid those bodies. And Chandonnet with a great tackle. He was celebrating like he thought he got him short, but he was able to get the first down. So 10:50 to go here in the second quarter. Bedford leading 6-0. But the Exeter Blue Hawks with a fresh set of downs at the 35.5-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Blue Hawks are going to go to the sideline to talk things over here with 10:42 to go in the second.
Curious timeout there. They just came up with that 4th down key play there, moving the sticks. And I just find that as a curious timeout with 10:42 left here in the second quarter. Certainly they want to take care of the ball. They don't want to have a negative yardage penalty type situation, but I find that a curious situation there. Must have been some miscommunication with Evan Pafford coming back to the huddle, and they want to make sure they have the right play called at this point in time.
While we got some time here, let's talk about the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Boosters Club. They can always use your help. We're coming up on the winter sports season. Go to bbabc.net to learn how you can get involved with the Bedford Athletic Boosters.
Winter sports season coming up here too for all those athletes out there. Make sure you're signing up. Some more information on the Bedford Bulldogs athletics page.
We were just looking at the basketball schedules. We're working out our schedule. 11 broadcasts of what we're planning to do for girls and boys basketball.
Packed schedule for all those Bulldog fans out there.
Here we go now. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Pafford gives it to Layton, who gets away from one tackle, but he's driven back after about a 3-yard gain, maybe a 2-yard gain.
Stacked up there at the line of scrimmage, led by George Tatakis. D lineman's been making key plays all season. Another good one there.
So Exeter really not opening the offense up very much here. Their biggest gain was about 10 yards on a carry by Zhang.
Which makes you concerned, you know. They're going to keep you off guard, so you might look for a pass here in the near future.
Only one pass attempted. It was incomplete by Exeter. And now motion by Weberg. He goes in the back.
Yep,
Here comes the pass, rolling to his right, and a throw and completion. And he's going to be down to the 13-yard line, number 88 for the Blue Hawks. Ryan Graney with the catch.
The 6'3" junior coming out there at a medium length route, basically just an outplay for them as he released from his tight end position and had plenty of room out there for Pafford to hit him on the run.
So they got him marked down at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10 here. Blue Hawks in the red zone. Layton is off to the side. Weberg and Zhang are behind Pafford. And it's an inside handoff to Zhang, who gets some good yards up to the 4-yard line. Not quite a first, but he'll be close, about a yard short.
First man through. They're trying to keep that defense honest, and honestly, it's paying off for them. He had a lot of room there as he gains 9 yards on 1st and 10. Puts the ball inside the 5-yard line. Man, it's tough to tell where that ball is going with Pafford being so deceptive.
Run that offense.
And they get up to the line of scrimmage. Same formation. Layton is the wingback. Zhang and Weberg in the backfield, split. Pafford waits for the snap. He's going to give it to Weberg. Runs into a pile. They're going to stop for no gain.
Statakis there again, meeting him right there just behind the line of scrimmage. Weberg falls forward to prevent a loss on the play, but nothing there. 3rd and 1.
Keeping an eye on this Londonderry-Pinkerton game. I think Londonderry just scored again on a defensive turnover. Anyway, back to here. 3rd and 1, or 3rd and 4. 3rd and goal from the 4. Handoff inside to Zhang again. He only gets about a yard or 2.
That's enough for a first down, I'm guessing. No, they have 4th down. No, it is a first down. Side judge had his fist in the air, seemingly signaling 4th down, but he does have enough for first down. So 1st and goal at the 2.
So now the Bulldogs have their work cut out for them. 7:30 left here in the half. They have a 6-0 lead, but Exeter's threatening.
Get your big boys up front. They're going to have likely 6 down linemen on the line of scrimmage on the defensive side here, trying to prevent that wedge going right up the middle.
So they're back to the T formation. From the 4-yard line. Handoff to Weberg. He bursts through. Touchdown, Exeter. Found a nice gap from about 3 yards out. And that ties the game up. And now with the extra point coming up, they might take the lead.
Yeah, it's tough to stop them when they're on that 2-yard line. Big, tough offensive lineman open up a hole for Weberg. He was barely touched on that.
Now the extra point try from Evan Moss. Oh, they were short, man. Finally got him on the line of scrimmage, so they got a full set of 11 now. Exeter does. Snap, ball's down, kick is up.
That's good.
And it's good. So the extra point's the difference. Exeter with the lead, 7-6. Over at Londonderry, it was a good extra point on that touchdown, so they lead Pinkerton 13-0 in the 2nd quarter.
Just about 3/4 of the way through the first half here, and we're getting exactly what we expected. A tough, hard-fought battle here, close game, 1-point difference here, as the visiting Exeter Bluehawks have a 7-6 advantage. See them kick off for the first time here. Exeter has put together some good special teams plays over the season. Tagliaferro with some outstanding run backs, several different instances. Of course, Colby Snow with a kickoff return for a touchdown a couple of games ago. So they do put together some solid special teams play. A lot of the starters that you see on the field here too. So Coach Matthews doesn't rely on his second teamers and younger guys. He places a heavy importance on special teams play.
Colby Snow and Taliaferro are the backmen for Bedford. Moss ready to address the ball for Exeter. He approaches the ball and gives a good line drive kick. Snow has to go back to the 5-yard line to pick it up. And he gets hit right at the 28. Number 45 there for Exeter, Dwight Beam was the tackler there. So the Bulldogs take over on the 28-27 yard line with 1st and 10.
It's fun to see when Colby Snow gets that ball. He puts his head down, and he's a wrecking ball. He really is. Just gets a good head of steam, not afraid of anything, and gets north-south as quickly as he possibly can.
And it looks like a timeout called by Bedford. Coach Matthews wants to talk things over a bit.
I think they were missing one of their offensive linemen there. Hustling out to the huddle a little bit late.
Speaking of that upcoming basketball season, it is going to kick off. Not 100% settled yet. We have to work things out as we always do with road games. But we're going to open the girls' season at BG. And what a way to start the season, a rematch of the Division I final from last year. I don't know if you recall that Bedford broke a 20-some game winning streak for the Cardinals.
Isabella King going off in that game. Player of the Year. Division I prospect this year. 1,000-point scorer. led that Bedford Bulldogs basketball offense for a couple of years. But we focus back in here on the football team.
In the shotgun, Michael holds it and takes it himself, runs toward the 30-yard line. He's going to pick up about 2 yards on that play.
That hole along the right side opened up quickly and then closed quickly, too. I mean, I saw him have a clear spot where he could run through, and kudos to the Exeter Blue Hawk defense for closing it up quickly.
So 2nd down and 8 at the 30-yard line. Bedford's been running the same formation pretty much the entire game. Just two receivers, Gradinskis and Taliaferro on opposite ends. He got Snow and Sphere in the backfield. Michael gives it to Sphere, running to his left.
Good cut back.
And there's going to be a flag coming in. First one of the game. It looks like a gain of about 4 yards, but we'll see what this call is. Kind of in the spot where offensive holding would be.
Yeah, that back judge throws his flag. It's usually going to be a hold, but they're talking over what it might be.
They're at the 34-yard line.
And they're going to march it back, so I think you're right on that offensive hold.
So they're going to move him back to the 24-yard line.
So it's a spot foul again here in high school, so that happened at the 34-yard line. They do go back to the 24-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and about 14.
So spread formation, 4 receivers out there now. Nobody in the backfield. Michael decides to call his own number, runs up the middle, runs out of room quickly though, only gains about a yard.
Design draw play there. Again, spreading that defense out like you mentioned, trying to get the linebackers thinking pass. The linemen take their pass block step to get those linebackers to drop and see if Michael can pop one up the middle.
I see the Exeter band is preparing in the end zone, so we're going to have a double treat at halftime. Both Bedford and Exeter bands performing for the fans here at Bedford High Stadium.
Bedford Marching Band was excited to host their Exeter counterparts today.
3rd and 10. We've got 4 receivers, 2 on either side. Michael drops back to pass, looking over the middle, and he right through the hands of number 44.
That's Cal McAuliffe there, the big tight end, has been a great receiver all year for Michael. He got popped here. You can see right here, takes a shot from the linebacker well downfield. No flag called there, but that certainly could have been called as he was well beyond the line of scrimmage. Ball was actually in the air, so whether it was a pass interference or illegal contact downfield, they don't get the flag, and they'll face 4th and 10 and a punting situation.
Now Michael's got to punt it away. Weberg is back along with Zeng for Exeter right around the 45-yard line. Michael will get the kickoff, almost blocked. Weberg is going to catch it, and he's going to call a fair catch at the 45-yard line of Exeter. So pretty good field position for the Blue Hawks as they take over. With 5:08 to go here in the half, they lead 7-6.
You saw right there on that replay, it was a slow snap back to Michael. He actually had to kind of toss that ball up pretty quickly so he could get a good foot on it. Changed field position. Not a huge punt, but did the job to get that ball back. And the Blue Hawks take over on their own 45.
We'll give you an update on the Pinkerton-Londonderry game right after this play. T formation for Exeter. The handoff goes to
probably Zeng right up the middle again.
Yep.
No, that wasn't Zeng. It was Moss, I believe.
Yep, number 29. Nope.
Oh, that's Detour.
Detour,
Jeez,
29.
That's tough to tell where Pafford's going with that ball. He's got so many options. They've been putting Zeng right up the middle. That time it was Detour.
It's just a mass of bodies watching this Exeter offense. It's like they set up, they could fit in a phone booth. They're so tight.
That's tough to defend. Again, these 5 down linemen for the Bulldog defense. Right now they're popping into a 3 linebacker set instead of 4. They're trying to prevent that pass play from happening.
2nd and 9. And Pafford's going to hold the ball, but it looks like he's going to get taken down for a loss.
Yeah, Russell Irwin all over it. Senior linebacker making the play.
If not a loss, at least no gain. They're going to stop him at the 46-yard line. So 3rd and 9 coming up here for Exeter. Big 3rd down play. Bedford could stop him and get the ball back with 4:21 to play in the half.
One of those D linemen run off the field, so we might see a 4-4 set here, 3rd and long, expecting a pass of some sort. Oh, still 5 down linemen.
Weberg is the wing back. Now he moves back to the backfield. Inside handoff to Zhang. He gets nothing. Maybe a yard or two.
Well, 4th and 7. Around midfield, looks like the punt team comes out for the Blue Hawks. They're in a hurry. Look like they're trying to get too many men penalty. They don't quite get it. They do get it off pretty quickly.
Oh, close. Almost blocked.
Grudinskis on the reception. Oh, he stays up.
One man. Oh, he missed they missed him, and now they have a second chance at him. They get him down at the 22-yard line.
So a 3 and out there.
And now we got a flag after the play.
Wow, missed that.
Could it be a personal foul or a bench foul here? What's going on?
Not sure. It was a very late flag on the near sideline.
Coach Matthews is having a conversation with the official, not happy with what the official's telling him. So Bedford might be the one called here. They're going to be going back.
Well, referees are going to huddle. They're going to talk it over. Perhaps it gets picked up. Maybe it's an unsportsmanlike on the near sideline. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
No, they might have called them for a bench foul. Players coming onto the field in their excitement.
Well, they're just changing personnel. It's a special teams play, and they're trying to get their offense on the field.
That's probably why Coach Matthews is exercised here.
It is an unsportsmanlike on Bedford, and you can hear the boo birds out. That's whoa. And they signal 1st down for Exeter.
Wait. How could a play how could a flag after the play result in a possession for the Blue Hawks?
15-yard penalty. They mark it off, and Exeter's offense comes back onto the field. This is a crucial play here.
Well, the official did this, touch the top of his head. That's an illegal touching.
I think that's an unsportsmanlike penalty.
No, unsportsmanlike is hands out. So what's touching the head? Is it illegal touching call? Now we get a timeout. Bedford's
the only thing I can think of is him potentially holding up Grudinskis, maybe Cal McAuliffe holding up his teammate to help get extra yardage. I'm not sure where the heck
that came from. But again, that's after the possession changes. I mean, yeah, okay, penalize Bedford, but Bedford keeps possession. Whatever happened appeared to have happened after the transition of possession. So I totally don't get giving Exeter the ball back here.
Yeah.
We don't have the benefit of hearing the officials' call. We just go by their signal. And unfortunately, we're not up on every signal the officials use. So Exeter with new life at the 36-yard line of Bedford. 1st and 10 with 3:39 to play.
That's a confusing one there. We wish we had some communication on what exactly went down with that, but obviously a huge play here at the end of the first half. 3:39 remaining in the second quarter, and Exeter gets gifted the ball back by the Zebras.
In the T formation, 3 in the backfield. Pafford turns around, gives it to Weberg, who goes to his left side, picks up about 5 yards up to the 30-yard line. Actually a gain of 6, 2nd and 4 coming up.
Sabati in on the tackle here on the Bedford defense side.
Exeter taking their time here, coming up on 3:11 remaining here in the second. They lead 7-6. T formation again. At the handoff inside to Zhang, he gets pulled down from behind.
Sheridan in again on the tackle.
So good stop there. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 here. They have to get to the 25-yard line. So it's a long 2.
And then try to figure out which one actually has the ball. I couldn't watch.
Running that T formation again. Fans are getting excited here. Pafford under center, a little bit of movement there on the Bedford line. No call, no flag.
They're going to take a timeout. They're trying to get a good, easy cheapie by changing up the snap count. Decent discipline on the Bulldogs. They did jump a little bit, but not enough through the line of scrimmage there, the neutral zone,
yeah,
to get a foul called. So still 3rd and short. Exeter will talk it over with 2:13 left here in the first half. Clinging to a 1-point lead on their extra point.
Well, they were good on their extra point. We don't know how good a leg Moss has from further. So Bedford still has some room here. They've got 2:13 left with only 1 timeout for both teams. If they can keep Exeter outside of the 10 or 15 yard line, it might be very hard for the Blue Hawks to come away with any points here.
Yeah, certainly this is 4-down territory. Ball's on the 33-yard line. You know, again, I doubt that they would, 28-yard line. It's that's a good 45-yard kick for the Exeter Blue Hawk team right now. So, you know, I'm guessing that they're thinking 2 downs here to get this first.
So 3rd and a long 2, 2:13 to play here in the first half.
12 men on the field.
And Pafford holds onto the ball, runs to his right, and he's going to get taken
tackle.
down. No gain.
Great tackle there. Sabati? Yep, Sabati out there coming up from his secondary position. Great open field tackle by Sabati, the junior coming up. Pafford's a great athlete, just didn't have the moves there, so it's 4th down and 2 again.
So George Cox just informed us it was a too many men call?
12 men on the field.
12 men on the field. But why did they give him 15 yards instead of 5?
Should be a 5-yard.
Well, either way, I think that would have been enough. Anyway, 4th down and 2 for Exeter. T formation, handoff to Weberg, and he's going to get the first down.
He got it.
Powered his way through, carried some Bedford defenders with him up to the 24-yard line, and they get a fresh set of downs with 1:27 to go.
You hit it, Harry, there. He took on that initial contact and powered through it, kept his legs going, churned through for another 2 yards and the first down. Yeah, if that's a 12 men on the field, that's not a personal foul. It should only be a 5-yard penalty. It may have had enough for a first down, but it's still not a 15-yarder.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Blue Hawks. Hand off to Layton. He bounces to his outside, misses a tackle, gets it all the way down to the 10-yard line. First down for the Blue Hawks. I think it'll be just short of a 1st and 10.
Nifty running here. A couple of cuts, inside, outside, back to the outside. Gets into the secondary and down to the 11-yard line. Exeter's in hurry up here, trying to get another foul.
Trying to catch Bedford with a man on field again. T formation for Exeter. Inside to Zhang, he gets buried, no gain. They did mark him at the 11-yard line. They're going to put him down at the 10 here, so 2nd and 9, not a 1st and goal situation.
20 seconds left.
20 seconds left.
Exeter's in hurry up. Probably a pass play here, I would imagine.
Trying to preserve the timeout. Nope, they give it to Layton. He's got a beat for the end zone, and
wow. Yep,
he gets a touchdown. Layton, a 9-yard run.
You can see him reach for the pylon here. This is great athletic play here. Gets out to the right-hand side, avoids a tackle, dives, puts the ball on the pylon, and that's a touchdown every time.
And again, we don't have the benefit of replay, but Layton, to me, looked like he might have landed on his knees first and then reached out for the pylon. But we can't really matter because
we'll see it here on the replay.
The officials don't have our benefit here. Watch, he goes down.
Geez, that's tough to tell from our angle. Either way, the officials are standing right there. They rule it a touchdown, and the extra point is good.
Good, and it was a line drive. Didn't look good when it left the leg, but 14-6, Exeter up by 8 here with 6.7 seconds to go in the first half. Bedford does get the ball back in the second.
I go back to that punt there, and it'd be great to get some clarification on what exactly went down there. Why it was a personal foul, a 15-yard penalty instead of a 5-yard 5-yard penalty.
I wonder if there was a bench penalty. I wonder if somebody on the bench did something or said something to an official after the initial flag.
Even still, importantly, as you noted, that would have been after the change of possession. So, back up the Bedford offense. It shouldn't have necessarily gone back to the Blue Hawks.
That's a good point. Granted, if there was too many men, that's a 5-yard penalty. I don't remember if it was 4th and less than 5.
If I remember correctly, it was 4th and long, about 4th and 7, 4th and 8.
So it really a mystery as to how Exeter wound up keeping the ball in that play.
Huge play, and it led to Exeter points. Just under 7 seconds left here in the first half. Ethan Moss back to kick for the Blue Hawks.
Not much time here for Bedford to do anything. Moss approaches the ball at the squibber. Picked up there by Snow. Cuts to his outside and then runs right into Zhang, who drops him right at the 32-yard line. There's 2.6 seconds left to play. What do you do here? Kneel it out, or do you try to air it out?
Hey, take your risk. Why not? 2.5 seconds. Get that ball downfield. Run a play. Don't just kneel it down. Anything can happen on the high school football field. We've seen crazy plays. We've seen long touchdown passes. We've seen kickoff returns. Who knows? Maybe Coach Matthews feels differently. He wants to talk it over and get into the locker room, but why not? Give it a shot.
So they're at the 33-yard line. Their own 33. 2.6 seconds to go here. Time for one play. They're going to send all the receivers out. Nobody in the backfield. Exeter only rushing 2. Michael, he's got time, as you'd expect. Now he winds up, throws the ball. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's intercepted by Weberg at the 23-yard line. Just like the last game, the half ends on a fairly meaningless turnover, but it's going to wind up in the stats sheet. So that's where we stand right now. 2 touchdowns by the Exeter Blue Hawks. Bedford with one early, couldn't convert the extra point. It's 14-6, the Blue Hawks lead.
Teams will take the locker rooms, make some adjustments, and we'll come back out for third quarter action here at Bedford High School. We'll see the bands take the field. The marching band for Exeter will kick off festivities at halftime here, followed by the Bedford High School marching band and color guard. We'll rejoin you in a few minutes.
Right, on the radio side, we will throw things back to the station, and then we'll come back on the TV side. You'll get to watch the bands perform. So stay tuned. 14-6, Exeter leads after half of football. You're listening to Bedford Bulldogs football on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.
They gave him 15 yards. Why? 5-yard
Yeah, it's live. You're on YouTube? Where
meaning anything that happens after Bedford receives the ball.
So no, I see what you're saying. I mean, is it after they receive it, or is that after it's kicked? There's a period between receive and kick.
Probably until they get it because nobody argues.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yep.
I would argue.
Yeah, he was arguing through the headset.
Oh, really? Tasty roll. I don't know anything about it. We've been doing this football. All right, there you go. Legal participation, Rule 9, Section 6-3-4A. Having 12 or more players participating at the snap or free kick. Legal participation in 15-yard line. What do you? You have more than 12. 15 yards? Whatever it's total. What is it on this? 12 men on the field.
You want to have the LP?
That's what I had.
15 yards.
No.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. 12 minutes start snap.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
I got it.
No, they moved them up to the 30, but I mean, they gave them 15-yard long.
The red Eddie? Oh. Shut
You're right.
Touchdowns and conversions for the Blue Hawks. Just one touchdown by Taliaferro at the in the first quarter is how we ended up here. And we finally got some explanation on that strange penalty call that gave Exeter back the ball that led to that second touchdown.
Yeah, so we figured out the call was the two hands to the head by the official is illegal participation. So that effectively was 12 men on the field for the defense during that punt receiving formation. In high school football, that's a 15-yard penalty, and they do take it from the line of scrimmage for the punting team, and therefore it resulted in a first down. Still a confusing play. You could see Coach Matthews was visibly upset about that. They were hustling people off the field. It looked like they had gotten the right personnel on just in the nick of time, but the near side sideline official did throw the flag. It was very late, seemingly after the play.
Right, which is why we thought it might have been a personal foul call.
Exactly. Resulted in Exeter keeping possession of the ball, continuing their drive, and eventually scoring a touchdown on a 9-yard TD run by Leighton out to the right-hand side, diving for the pylon late in the second quarter.
And you hate to see a penalty call, skew a game one way or the other, but Bedford would have gotten the ball back on a punt with trailing only by 1 point. Instead, it gave Exeter new life and gave them a touchdown, eventually led to a touchdown. But at least we know that the call was correct. We got to the bottom of it, so everything is in the clear here.
Sure did, and unfortunately, it was a key point in the game, a pivotal call at a pivotal time. Coach Matthews is actually going back to speak to the officials right now, so he's still burning about it. Actually, it looks like he's apologizing, giving a little hug to the official. He was heated and probably realized he was wrong. Either way, that wasn't the only play of that first half that went against Bedford. Certainly, the time of possession and the number of offensive plays is another key aspect that we look at from the statistics standpoint, as Bedford only ran 16 offensive plays versus 31 for Exeter. Exeter outpaced the Bedford offense 124 yards versus 80 yards, and the time of possession is another key that I pick up on. Exeter had the ball for 16 minutes and 54 seconds versus only 6 minutes and 54 seconds for the Bedford offense. So, that ball control, steady approach to the offensive side of the game for the Blue Hawks is paying off today, and it leads to a 14-6 lead here going into the third quarter.
And both teams exchanging turnovers. Each team had a fumble in the first half. There was a interception on the very last play. Again, it goes into the stat books, but it really didn't mean anything. So Waiting for the teams to return to the field now for second half action. As we mentioned earlier, the Goffstown Grizzlies lose to Winnicott in a hard-fought contest last night, 20-14. Winnicott, the #1 seed, will host the winner of this game next Saturday, 1 o'clock.
Good tilt out there on the seacoast. Whoever wins this game today will be in for a tough matchup next week against the undefeated Winnicott team.
Very tough team. We're also waiting for an update from Londonderry. It was the Lancers last we knew with a 13-7 lead over Pinkerton Academy. That game is at the half right now. And then the only other game tonight, BG and Salem, that's going to be a night game that will be on Friday Night Lights.
That's down at Stellos, right?
That is correct.
Stellos Stadium in Nashua will host that game.
Coming up at 4:30 this afternoon at Pinkerton High School, it's the state finals for girls volleyball, and your Bulldogs are #1 seed against the #2 seed Cavaliers. And again, that game is going to be broadcast on NFHS networks. It is a subscription. You'll have to pay for the pay-per-view, but the game will be available on that website.
Similarly, tomorrow, the girls varsity soccer team will take on the BG Cardinals, the #1 seed, at 5:30 p.m. at Exeter High School. If you're in the area and can make it out, certainly get out there and enjoy the game. Root on the Bulldogs. If you're not, same story with that game. It will be broadcast on NFHS network. So you can tune in and catch that game tomorrow evening at 5:30.
And we are getting ready to kick off here. Moss tees the ball up for the Exeter Blue Hawks. You got Taliaferro and Snow deep for the Bedford Bulldogs. And Moss puts his leg into the kick. Snow picks it up at the 15-yard line, running forward. He gets it to the 32, and that's where Bedford will pick up.
So we'll bring you action here as the Bulldog offense takes to the field. Joe Michael will run the show, starting on their own 32-yard line.
Not a time to panic yet. They have the whole half to make up an 8-point deficit.
That's a one-score game right here. You get 6 and a 2-point conversion, and you're tied right here. So Coach Matthews gives direction. Joe Michael comes to the line. Slot right, wing right, Henry Sean. McAuliffe is tight left. Spears in the backfield. Excuse me, that's Irwin in the backfield. Michael takes a snap, comes to the left-hand side, rushes out beyond the left-hand end, gets up to the 38-yard line. On a solid gain on first down.
Yeah, Irwin had a great block here. Opened it up.
It kicks out the cornerback coming in from that outside position. Ethan Moss coming up to try to take that tackle on, but Michael cut back inside for a 7-yard gain. Pushed out to the 39-yard line.
So he's got 3 yards to go for a first down here.
They come back out, wing right and left. Grudinskis is tight in a flexed position on the left-hand side, and then they motion to a familiar 2-wide set. Michael takes the snap, hands it off. Russell Irwin up the middle. He's got some room. Bounces it out for about a 15-yard gain. Looked like one of the linemen might have flinched early, but they don't call it. And they get out. It looked like the ball came back. Some of the offensive linemen started when the ball was snapped, and some paused a little bit. So it did look awkward at the snap, but it was legal, and Irwin gets a great positive yardage gain.
Yeah, what looked like a short yardage play turns into a big gainer all the way into Exeter territory. They mark him at the Exeter 49-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Michael brings the offense to the line of scrimmage again. 2-wide set. Irwin behind him. He turns, play action, dodges a defender, and he's getting out to the left-hand side. And there's that athleticism for Michael as he gets forward for a 9-yard gain. Amazing cuts to avoid a sack.
Yeah, he made 2 defenders look foolish there. One in the backfield and the second one right there. Moves like Jagger.
Moves like Jagger. And the stone was rolling there as he got forward for 9 yards. Second and short. Let's see if he takes a shot down the field. Love to see them open up their passing game, as they haven't really taken many shots deep. Last time they had a lot of success with Cal McAuliffe dragging over the middle from his tight end position. So we'll see if Michael rolls out to the right and hits McAuliffe over the middle. McAuliffe will shift now. Michael has Hendershot to his right, Irwin right behind him. Swing pass out to the right-hand side. Grudinskis receives it, gets upfield, and he will have a first down, but he is tackled at a 35-yard line, so they'll move the sticks. First down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, Grudinskis tried to get away from Josh Attar, number 9, who grabbed him by the leg and kind of wishboned him, slowed him down enough for the rest of the Blue Hawk defenders to catch up and make the play. But it is a first down at the 35-yard line. We do have a score from Londonderry at the half. The Lancers lead the Astros 20-7.
Londonderry, a tough team all year, leading their rival Pinkerton Astros. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bedford trails 14-6. Michael takes the ball, comes up the middle, down at about the 33-yard line, so forward ahead for 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, he froze the defense there by faking the handoff to Sphere, then took off up the middle.
That's some misdirection. They keep it in Michael's hands and get him right up the middle. Was looking for a sustained drive here for the Bulldogs in the opening possession of the third quarter. They've chewed off just about 4 minutes now. Michael comes to the line. Slot left, wide right. Tight right is McAuliffe. Sphere is to Michael's left. McAuliffe switches from tight right to tight left in motion. Michael takes a snap, gives it to Sphere off the right-hand side. He gets stabbed up. The ball's on the ground. And the side judge from the far side seems to be indicating the player was down by contact, but that seems a little premature as we look at that replay. It seems like that ball could have come out, but it will be Bulldogs football. Not sure if they recovered it or if they called forward progress there, but it will be third down and 4 for the Bulldogs on the 28.5 yard line.
28.5, and it looks like the Bulldogs have gotten a couple of pretty positive calls here from the officials.
Of course, that tough play in the third quarter did not go their way, but they have seen some balls bouncing luckily their way. Michael takes a snap here, play action to Irwin. Ball is out to the left flat and it's incomplete. Intended for Hendershot.
I got to see the replay, but number 14, Brady Martino, might have gotten a hand on it. Knocked it out of the hands of Hendershot just as he tried to make the reception.
And it's 4 down territory here as the Bulldog offense stays on the field. Ball is on the 28-yard line, 4th and 4. So key play here early in second half action as the Bulldogs look to equalize a 14-6 deficit.
It's already a key 4th down play here early in the second half. They need to keep this drive alive in order to tie the game up.
McAuliffe's tight right, slot left, wing left. Michael in the gun, takes the snap, gets out to the right-hand side. They get up the field, and they look like they might have stopped him short of the first down. It's going to depend on the spot here. I believe he needed to make the 25-yard line and did not. So the official does signal a turnover on downs. And Exeter will take over on their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, Exeter wasn't fooled on that play. They had defenders in their spots, and they were able to get Michael down before he reached the 25-yard line. So
tried to get an athlete out in space. They did get it, but they were well defended. So Evan Pafford takes the Blue Hawk offense out to the field. You give it to the second man through off the left-hand side, and he is wrapped up on the far side by Finn O'Neill coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, Weberg with the ball carry there, picks up about half a yard. Weberg.
I'm pretty sure it's Weberg. The Exeter team was mentioning some pronunciation last time we were out here. Weberg, I believe, is the pronunciation, and he's been a tough player all game. Exeter comes out. Too tight. No, excuse me. Yeah, too tight. Wing right. Two backs in the backfield behind Pafford. Offset to the left side. Pafford takes the snap. It comes right up the middle. And they sniff it out pretty quickly. Big boys up front, led by Parker Bromley, making a good stick on second down. And it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, it's what it's like running into a brick wall.
It's a big boy right up there in the middle. Jake Baza was right there too.
Well, they give him another yard here. They're going to call it a 3rd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Need to make it out to the 36-yard line for a first down. 3rd and 7, just under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Bedford needs to stop.
Blue Hawks come out too tight, wing formation. Pafford under center. Takes a snap, spins. He's booting out to the left-hand side, looks for receivers, doesn't see anybody, tucks it and goes, and he's got the first down. I think he's got it.
He's going to be short.
He's got it, Harry, by at least 2 yards.
Oh, you're right.
Gets out to the 38-yard line. He's going to move the chains.
You are right.
Good stick on that far sideline as he buried his shoulder into the defender making the tackle. Got a head of steam going, and they will move the chains. 1st and 10. Blue Hawks on that far hash. T formation again, Pafford under center. Too tight. Pafford takes the snap, pivots out. Weberg off the left-hand side, gets forward for a solid first down run up to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, 6-yard carry there by Weberg. Nothing fancy, just to cut up the middle.
And that's that steady and methodical approach by the Blue Hawk offense. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and they've seen success with it. A few pass plays mixed in here and there, as we talked about at the start of the broadcast.
You know, the Blue Hawks don't mind taking it out to 3rd down. The longer they can keep the Bedford defense out there, wear them down. As long as they convert.
Pafford under center, too tight, wing behind him, T behind him. Pivots out to the right side. Off the right side is Layton, and he gets forward for about a 10-yard gain and moves the sticks again. Into Bedford territory on the 48-yard line. And they will see 1st and 10.
Punishing running plays here by the Exeter Blue Hawks.
We saw with that time of possession statistic in the first half, they are comfortable letting the clock run while it's in their own possession. And certainly with a 8-point lead, they're going to be patient and methodical. Pafford under center, T behind him. Takes a snap, pivots. Off the left-hand side is Weberg. He's getting stacked up for maybe a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, gets driven back, but not before he picks up about 1.5 yards. 2nd down and 8 coming up here for the Blue Hawks.
Bromley leading the charge there for the tackle. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Some defensive substitutions. 2nd and 9 is the down and distance. Pafford comes to the line, too tight set, wing right. Zhang and Layton are in the backfield behind Pafford. He takes a snap, reverse pivots. Layton fumbles the ball a little bit there. He bobbled it. He did keep it in his breadbasket, but that was moving around there 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He corrals it and gets forward for about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Yeah, Layton was lucky that he didn't get hit during that period while he was trying to pull the ball back into his body. If he had, he would have lost it.
They've had some ball security issues, as we know. In the previous matchup, a key fumble with 2.5 minutes to go in the game led to another Bedford possession. Exeter had the chance to run out the clock, and we know the result of that previous matchup, the last-second field goal for the game winner. Here, Pafford comes to the line, T behind him. Under center, he takes the snap. Ball's off the left-hand side, Weberg.
And
looks like he's close to the first down.
He got it. Or, yeah.
Yep, they move the
sticks.
sticks.
Hard to tell. Sometimes the the judge on the sideline doesn't move out to where the ball is.
It will be spotted on Bedford's 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Blue Hawks.
These long drives really take it out of the Bedford Bulldog defense. They've got to come up with a stop here. They can't afford to fall 2 scores down to this team.
Importantly, you have a lot of offensive starters on the defense too, right? So it is taking energy out of the defense. A lot of these guys are on the offensive side of the ball too. Pafford under center, T behind him. Zhang right up the middle. He squirts through and he's got a lot of room. Sabati makes a touchdown saving tackle, but not before Zhang gets down to the 22-yard line. Big run on first down. Sticks move, clock moves, Exeter offense moves.
Yep, we're already under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And really, there's only been 2 possessions in this whole period.
Sure is. Bedford with only 4 possessions of their own in the first half. They've only had 1 so far in the third quarter. Exeter content to keep the ball and keep the clock moving. Just under a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Pafford with the T behind him. Under center, takes a snap, reverse pivot. Weberg off the left-hand side. He's got some room. Gets down to about the 12-yard line, and he'll be close to another first down.
Yeah, Weberg kind of came to a stop behind the line of scrimmage, kind of assessed what the situation was in front of him, and then picked his hole and hit it hard. And like you said, he almost got a first down there, or he did get a first down at the 12.
Patient run there by Weberg. As you said, he snuck in there behind his blockers, waited for them to pick up some key engagements, and got forward for the first down. 1st and 10 on the 12-yard line. Pafford to the line again. Too tight, T behind him. He's under center, takes a snap. Zhang up the middle again, wrapped up quickly by Tatakis. And they will have maybe a yard gain as Zhang fell forward. And that, about 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. They'll probably get one more play off before the quarter runs out.
If they have 40 seconds, they may just let it run out.
I'm pretty sure they're going to have to run one with the delay of game potential. Pafford under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Layton, out to the right-hand side, and he's going to be in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Exeter, 11-yard run by Layton. And the Blue Hawks go up 20-6 for now with the extra point coming.
Bulldogs never sure who's going to get the ball. They just know someone's going to run it. Layton takes it to the right side, gets it into the end zone.
Layton's 2nd touchdown of the game. He's had a big game for the Blue Hawks. The senior doing it all here. Extra point is up and good. So the Blue Hawks take a 21-6 lead here right at the end of the third quarter. And the Bulldogs are going to have to do some work on the offensive side here.
They may have to open up the offense a bit here, maybe go to the air.
That is for sure, as they have a 15-point deficit with only a quarter to play and the time of possession heavily in favor of Exeter.
They've got to give their defense a little bit of time to recover from that long drive. Winter sports season's about to begin. If you're planning on trying out for one of the teams, you need to contact the athletic department and sign up for winter sports. Do it right away. And also, if you want to be a booster supporting the Bedford Bulldog athletic program, you can go to bbabc.net. That's the website of the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club, and you can find out how you can get involved. One of the things they do is run the concession stands here at Bedford High Stadium and also at the gymnasium. They can always use the help, so go to bbabc.net and find out how you can get involved.
Well, the Bulldogs need a spark here. They need something good, positive to go in their direction. Big play. Long run, big catch, maybe a good run back here. They need something positive to spark the energy level. Exeter certainly has the momentum as Ethan Moss is back to kick off. He approaches the ball, gets his foot into it. It is deep, and Snow will take that. Fumbles the kick initially at the 10-yard line, picks it up, gets forward now, and he's got a little bit of space out to the 28-yard line. 29 is where it's going to be spotted. So the Bulldogs will take over on their own 29 on their second possession here in the second half.
Leo Zeng was the Exeter Blue Hawk player that brought him down at the 29-yard line. They've got the entire fourth quarter in front of them. They need to get 2 scores plus 2-point conversion to tie.
Leo Zeng, small in stature, as he is 5'6" on the roster, but he's had a big impact on this game. Several big runs right up the middle, contributing on the offensive side, and there again on the special teams. Michael comes to the line. Slot left, wing left. Sphere is offset to the right. Michael takes the snap out of the gun, fakes the Sphere, gets it to McAuliffe, quick off the right-hand side, and they're forward for an 8-yard gain.
And that's the kind of thing the Bulldogs need to do here. They really didn't open up their passing game much. The quick out, pick up 7-8 yards at a trot. That's going to be something that's going to work to their favor here. Because trying to run against this Exeter defense I think it's kind of a losing proposition at this point.
It sure is. And Bedford's had some success with their passing game all year. 2 receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield. Michael takes a snap, hands off to Snow. He's off the right-hand side and forward for maybe a 1-yard gain.
Going to be very close. And that was a great play there by number 7, Aiden McGinley. Sphere was the one who had to block him, and he just shook him off and was able to make the tackle right there, short of the first down, so it's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, need to get to the 39-yard line to move the sticks. I have to imagine this is 4 down territory anyway. They need a score out of this possession, so I do not foresee a punt, despite the outcome of this play. Michael comes to the line, directs some traffic. Snow is on the wing left, slot left too, Sphere is offset left. Michael takes a snap, gets up the middle, and he'll have a first down. Smashing forward off the left tackle, and they'll move the sticks as he's marked down at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Bedford spreading the offense out a bit just to kind of clear things up at the line of scrimmage, giving Michael a chance to pick a lane and get 3 yards on that play. He's up to the 42-yard line. Fresh set of downs now for Bedford.
Snow was in an unusual position for him, as Henrishon is usually in that wing. They were directing him where to go and where to line up and who to block. Michael again with 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide. McAuliffe is tight left. Michael takes a snap, looks left, looks back to the middle. He has a man. Stacked up in the middle there is Ledger Russell.
He's going to be just short of the first down, about a 9.5-yard gain there. Second down and a half.
Yeah. Again, these pass plays are moving the sticks for the Bulldogs right now. Big first down yardage there.
And even with 9 minutes on the clock, I think they have to hurry up and score here because Exeter just is such a ball control offense. They're going to burn up 6, 7, 8 minutes.
Michael 2 wide. Henrishon in motion. Sphere behind Michael in the gun. Takes a snap. Play action. Michael takes a shot downfield and takes a shot after he released it, but he overthrows Tagliaferro, incomplete.
Yeah, he had to get rid of the ball. He didn't have much time to set.
He sure did, but he took a hit. Looked like number 7, Aiden McGinley, coming in from that right side of the defense untouched. And as you mentioned, Michael had to get rid of that ball before he took a sack. So 3rd and 1. They took their shot downfield on 2nd and 1. Just overthrown. Now they'll look to get the first down here on short yardage. 2 wide are Tagliaferro, Gudinskis. McAuliffe tight left, Henrishon wing right. Michael takes a snap, hands to Sphere. He gets up the middle for a first down and about 5 yards more as he carries tacklers down to the 42-yard line in Exeter territory.
You know, my heart kind of jumped a little bit because Sphere paused right at the line of scrimmage or just before it, again looking for his lane, which he found. But I got a little worried if he, you know, when you lose your momentum, because all he needed was a half a yard. If he had paused there just to get a better lane, he might have got hit and fell short.
Kept his momentum though. And
well, he
moved
regained his momentum.
So Michael in the gun again. Toss sweep to the right-hand side. McGinley comes up from the outside as the toss went to Russell Irwin. And McGinley disrupted that play from the very start.
Yeah, he just blew right in, untouched.
Led to 1 or 2 yard loss. So 2nd and long. Just over 8 minutes to go here in the game. And Bedford needing a score desperately.
Again, I keep expecting them to keep it in the air here.
Bedford trails 21-6, 8 minutes to go here. They come out 5 wide set. Snap back to Michael in the gun. He looks downfield, and he's going to get wrapped up and sacked for about a 5-yard loss. He's looking downfield, and the pocket collapsed around him. He tucked it, started to get forward for 0 lane and 0 opening, and a loss of about 3.
Yeah, Jack Warrable was the first defender to hit him and then finished off by Ryan Greeny. So
3rd and 15.
Bedford's in a hole here, 3rd and 15 to...
Need to make it to the 31-yard line for a first. Michael comes out in a 4 wide set. McAuliffe is tight right. In the backfield by himself. A little trickery. McAuliffe comes back. End around from the right side. He gets forward for maybe a 5-yard gain. Crafty little play there. But the Blue Hawks limit the yardage, and it'll be 4th and 9. So McAuliffe was tight right. Michael takes the snap and pitches it left-handed. It's considered a forward pass. McAuliffe catches it and goes out to the left-hand side. But they did... Blue Hawks were able to sniff that out.
A great side-to-side speed, though, by the Exeter defenders really turned into not much of a gain. They could afford to give up 5 yards. They need to get 9 more for a first here on 4th down.
4th and 9. 4 receivers. McAuliffe tight right. Michael takes the snap, looks downfield, throws it out to the left-hand side. Great catch by Gradinskas, and he's got the yardage for a first down.
That was a clutch throw. Gradinskas going up in the air to make that catch in front of the defender.
Yeah, you're going to see him reach back behind him, get his hands way out there as he leaped to make that catch. And that was a critical play to keep these Bulldogs moving.
Yeah, it could have been a game saver right there.
Just over 6 minutes to play. Bedford trails 21-6, but they are driving. Ball's on the 29-yard line. 4 wide set. McAuliffe tight right. Michael takes a snap, rolls out right. He's got a little bit of room, gets to the edge, gets forward for maybe an 8-yard gain, and pushed out of bounds at the 21.
And unfortunately, they did not give him the out-of-bounds timeout. They're going to keep the clock running here, and that is something I think Bedford needs to play for. They need to stop the clock here. They've already burned up half the period.
Well, we do get a timeout signal here. Not sure if the Bulldogs took that timeout or...
No indication.
I think they're going to give them the sideline for that stoppage of the clock.
Okay.
But there was time that ran off the clock after Michael did get out of bounds. So very observant by you. They didn't give it to him initially, but then they stopped the clock. 5:41 to go here. Snow is in motion. He gets the handoff out to the left-hand side, and he's got some room. He's down to the 11-yard line. Ball pops out, but he was down. He gets to the 12-yard line. They're going to move the sticks again for a first down.
Linebacker Adam Neal for Exeter sniffed out that play, and he was trying to get into position to make a tackle, but the Bedford blockers neutralized him and opened things up.
Clock starts again after they move the sticks. Just under 5.5 to go. Bedford driving. They trail 21-6, but they are on the Exeter 12-yard line. They come to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide set. Henderson offset right. Michael in the gun. Sphere behind him. Fakes the handoff. Looks downfield. Gets pressure. Escapes from pressure. Gets out to the right-hand side, and he's scrambling. He's got forward momentum. He's stacked up at about the 8-yard line, 7 or 8 yard line, so he gets forward for positive yardage.
He was trying to get out of bounds, and they weren't going to let him do that.
So ball was spotted on the 7, maybe 7.5 yard line. Second down and about 5.
They need to get to the 1 for another first down.
And they need some urgency here as we approach the 4.5 minute mark here. Clock is still moving. 4 wide set. McAuliffe tight left. Michael alone in the backfield. Takes the gun. Looks up the middle.
Oh, he had
scrambles
man
to
open,
him left. Nobody there. Now he fires it to the end zone. He's got a touchdown. Great movement back to the outside by Sabati as he mirrored his quarterback. Got to the outside. Excellent patience by Joe Michael. And he found him in the end zone for a touchdown. And that's exactly what the Bulldogs needed. And now they're going to need to clamp down on defense.
You know, he had McAuliffe open up early, and I don't know if Michael saw him or he just didn't feel like he was in a position to make that throw. Luckily, Shabati got open there and pulled it down.
So Evan Sabati, the 6-foot junior, helps bring the Bulldogs back to 1 score at this point, as the extra point is good. It is 21-13, 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go here in the game. Exeter holds an 8-point lead, and they will receive the kickoff here.
Well, you've got 3 timeouts. What do you do here? Do you kick the onside at this point, or do you kick it away and try to stop them on 1 series?
If I'm Coach Matthews, I kick it deep. I rely on my defense to try to stack up the zone, stack up the box, get 8, 9 guys right up to the line of scrimmage, limit to no gains. And the Blue Hawks, I would think, would be forced to make a key pass play. But we'll see how this next possession plays out. You're going to need something like a 3 and out. But if the Blue Hawks move the sticks a couple of times, then the game will be over. The Blue Hawks look like they're coming out with their hands team.
Expecting the onside.
Joe Michael looks like he is ready to kick an onside kick, so some scrambling here by the Blue Hawks. He tees it up, and he looks like he's going to try an onside, and that's exactly what he does. The ball bounces, and Exeter Blue Hawks cover it at the 49-yard line. So worth a shot. That was covered by Weberg, number 33. Again, we've been calling his name all afternoon. So the Blue Hawks take over on their own 49-yard line.
I think that was worth doing because you have 4:16 left to go. It doesn't matter whether you got to stop them either way, and whether they're on the 49-yard line or on the 29-yard line, they still have to get them to go 3 and out here.
They sure do. Exeter comes to the line of scrimmage. T formation, Pafford under center, 2 tights. Reverse pivots out, hands it off to Weberg. He gets forward for about a 5-yard gain. Down to the Bedford 46-yard line. Coach Matthews takes a timeout for the Bulldogs.
Colin Chadney was the first one to try to make a tackle, and I can see that they're clawing at the ball. They're hoping to cause another turnover here.
Yeah, hoping for that key turnover, another miracle moment like they witnessed out in Exeter. 4:08 left here in the game.
Out in Londonderry, the Lancers at a field goal. They're now leading 23-7 with 6 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Pinkerton.
Coach Lausanne is probably pretty pleased about that.
This is a fairly quick-moving game, and everybody here will have a chance to get out to Pinkerton Academy at 4:30 to catch the volleyball final between number 1 Bedford and number 2 Hollis Brookline. We hope you make it out and cheer on our Bulldogs, who had a phenomenal season.
Sure did.
I didn't check the playoff results, but they only allowed 1 match to go to the other team. They had an amazing string of 3-0 contests.
The Bulldogs football team is going to need something amazing here. 4:08 left to go in the game. Pafford comes to the line of scrimmage. T behind him, under center for the Exeter offense. They take the snap, reverse pivot. They give it to Layton. He goes to the right-hand side. Gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard gain. Timeout Bedford, preserving the clock, and only 7 seconds tick off on that play. 3rd and 5.
If Exeter follows the form they've had all game, on this 3rd and long, you're going to see Pafford roll out. He may keep the ball and run with it, but I think you're going to see him run out of the T formation, RPO, hang on to the ball, and then roll out to his right side.
That run-pass option for the athlete Pafford. Getting him into space has been successful.
I'm hoping the Bulldogs remember that. They expect that RPO. Hey,
So
Coach.
for 3rd and 5. Harry Kozlowski's trying to play assistant coach up here in the booth. I'm not sure if Coach Matthews heard him or not, but
He did hear me on the onside, though.
he did. He did. So crucial 3rd down play here. Pafford will have Layton wing left, Weberg and Zeng behind him. Maintain your discipline and don't jump offside. Pafford under center. Takes a snap, toss sweep to Zeng. Zeng gets to the left side.
All
He's
right.
stacked up. Finn O'Neill comes up to make the tackle as they try to toss sweep to the right-hand side. And Zeng is dragged down at the 46-yard line. Bedford quickly takes a timeout. No gain on the play, so it'll be 4th and 5. Zeng is slow to get up.
Yeah, he got kind of pulled down by the neck. He might have turned something on the way down.
Awkward tackle. He gets up gingerly, looks like on his left leg. Back to the replay. Pafford quickly out to Zeng. Tried to get to the edge, but O'Neill, outstanding play up from the secondary, makes contact behind the line of scrimmage and drops Zeng for no gain. 4th and 5. 3 minutes, 54 seconds to go. The timeout will help them set up their strategy. I can't imagine the Blue Hawks would try to go for this. You got to punt them deep and make them go, the length of the field to try for an equalizing touchdown and 2-point conversion. So you have no timeouts left for the Bulldogs. Trail by 8, just under 4 to go. Gradinskis and Tagliaferro will be deep to receive this punt. Exeter comes out. Layton is fading back to punt the ball, so they will seemingly kick it away. Can hear some fans in the stands saying, watch the fake, and it is a fake. Weberg stumbles, gets the pass off, it's incomplete. I am very surprised by that call by Coach Ball. It does not pay off. Weberg stumbled as soon as he took the snap, as you can see there, and they get in and tackle him. He does get the ball off for an incomplete pass, but the Bulldogs will take over on their own 45-yard line.
And they're in great position now. We have 3:50 left here on the clock. They can take their time.
It comes to him, and he just stumbles. That's all it was, just a quick stumble there. Surprising play by a good athlete. And it disrupted the whole play. So the Bulldogs take over with very good field position on their own 45.
And they've got a 3-receiver set here with one in the backfield.
Michael takes a snap, rolls right, has a man, and it's complete. 5-yard gain out to the 50-yard line to Sabati.
The short yardage pass plays they've been working for Bedford in the second half. Also a great block there by Sphere.
2-minute drill, 3.5 to go. Michael in the gun. Takes a snap. Sphere's behind him. They roll left. Get it out to the left flat. Tagliaferro has the catch and a first down. It looks like a first down. Yep,
it
first
is.
down.
Just
They'll move
barely.
the sticks and they'll stop the clock with 3:23 to go.
And they're running the hurry-up offense, even though they don't have to for time, but it's a good move to keep the Exeter defense from readjusting to what they're doing.
Last game was a heart attack game. Harry, do you have your nitro?
I do. Let me get out of my...
Just making sure.
Get on my bag.
Ball is on the 44-yard line. Exeter backing into their own end. Bulldogs looking to drive in their 2-minute offense. Looking to tie this game with a touchdown and an extra 2-point conversion. Michael's alone in the backfield. Takes the snap. Looks right. Ball downfield deep to Tagliaferro. And he's led out of bounds. Even if Tagliaferro caught that, he would have been 2 or 3 yards out of bounds.
Yeah, he had beaten his man, but the throw was out of bounds. It wouldn't have counted either way.
Did have a half a step or so. Worth taking a shot downfield, but it is incomplete. 2nd and 10. On the Blue Hawks 44. So they'll regroup. Michael gets the call from Coach Matthews, trots back to the huddle. Again, they're going to need to keep this ball in the air. No timeouts remaining. Their only options to stop the clock are to ground it or to get out of bounds. Michael alone in the gun. Looks to the left, back to the middle, back to the left. He's going deep down the left sideline and overthrows Grudinskis. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they're going to these long plays. The short plays have been working much better for them.
They've had success with those medium-length pass plays. Look here for a McAuliffe over the middle kind of play. Certainly 4-down territory, that's unquestioned, but it is 3rd and 10. You can make this up in 2 plays.
Still 3:12 left on the clock. These 2 incomplete passes, of course, stopping the clock. So like you said, even though they don't have any timeouts, they can do a lot of different things here. They could run, although I think they've had better luck with the throws.
3 receivers to the right. McAuliffe is tight left. Here's that reverse. Now Sabati's looking to pass. Makes the pass. Gets it to Michael. No, it's incomplete and batted away. They had that reverse work in the first half. Tagliaferro's touchdown run was that same toss back reverse kind of play. This time, Joe Michael faded downfield looking for the return pass, and it's broken up by the Exeter Blue Hawk defense.
Yeah, now the Bulldogs are in a tough spot here. They tried 2 long pass plays. They tried a gadget play. None of them worked, and now they've got to convert a long 4th and 10.
Not beyond the realm of possibility.
No, they did it the last time, but I just think it could have been a lot easier for them if they had kept their sights a little shorter, maybe a 6-7 yard quick out.
Down and distance kind of thing. That 1st and 10, maybe pick up 6-7 yards instead of going for the big shot downfield. Michael has 2 backs in the backfield with him. Henry Shawn wing left. Fake to Tagliaferro, pass over the middle, and it's complete. Grudinskis has it, and he has a 1st down. They're going to move the sticks at the 31, 32-yard line.
And he was not alone. He had 2 or 3 defenders around him, so it was a precise throw right where it needed to be, and then he hung on to the ball after he got hit.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Michael takes a snap from the gun, gets out to the right-hand side. Tagliaferro with the catch, and he does not get out of bounds.
Well, 2:45, still plenty of time here. Not
2 or 3 yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. They scramble back to the line of scrimmage. As you mentioned, the clock ticking, but they do have time. 2.5 to go. Michael in the gun, Sphere behind him. Sphere gets blocked to the outside on the left. He rolls left, looks deep, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. Wow, almost a great catch by Grudinskis.
Yeah, he didn't have to throw it out of bounds.
He didn't. He kind of floated it over the defender there to Grudinskis, but it is incomplete. And they will have a 3rd and 8 here. 2:21 to go here in the game.
Certainly not making it easy on themselves.
Now that last play, it looked like Tagliaferro could have gotten out of bounds, tried to lunge and put the ball on the sideline, but they kept the clock running.
Luke Sodden is in the game right now, number 8.
Perhaps a gadget play for him, or maybe one of the normal wide receivers got dinged. They go 5 receiver set. McAuliffe is tight left, 4 wide. Michael alone in the backfield, takes the snap, looks downfield, doesn't see anything, decides to run, cuts back to the middle, cuts back to the outside, and he's going to have a 1st down. Down to the 31-yard line. They'll stop the clock and move the sticks. Ball is spotted on the 21, and now they wind the clock. The Bulldogs get to the line of scrimmage. Hearts are pumping throughout the stadium. Just over 2 minutes to go.
Sodden looks like he doesn't know the play.
Grodinskis gets into position, split wide right. 5 receivers. Michael takes a snap, looks right. Out quick. They get it to Soden. Soden does get the catch and gets out of bounds at the 16-yard line. That ball looked dangerously close to the turf, but they give him the catch. And he does get out of bounds, so we have a 2nd and 5.
Maybe Soden was playing possum when he was making that gesture, like, what's the play, what's the play?
What am I supposed to do? Run a 5-yard out, okay, and catch the ball, get out of bounds. How about that? And he did.
So 1:51 to play here at the 16-yard line, 2nd and 5. Another heart-stopping finish of this game.
Sure is. Bedford trails 21-13, looking to score here and convert a 2-point conversion. Michael takes the snap, looks up the middle. Now he scrambles. Shirt tail is ripped, but he gets forward and out of bounds, and it looks like he'll have a first down at about the 8-yard line. His shirt was held and ripped as he scrambled out from the backfield. As you see there on the replay, the very definition of shirt tail tackle, but they did not tackle him as he scrambled forward and got the first. Ball is spotted on the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, 1:44 to go here in the game. Bedford trails 21-13, but are threatening.
Plenty of time here, but they have 4 downs to get it into the end zone.
Take your time, right? You don't have to go through and get a touchdown on 1st down, right?
No, but I would still keep it in the air.
Sure. And
They've
that's
been having a lot of success here against this defense.
Likely do that. Michael's in the gun alone. 4 receivers. McAuliffe tight left. Ball's complete up the middle. It's a touchdown. Grodinskis in for the score on a quick slant off the right-hand side. You see here on the replay, Michael 3 steps from his gun position and sees Grodinskis off the right-hand side. Touchdown.
And now it comes down to one play, the 2-point conversion.
Sorry, was that Grodinskis or was that Soden?
It was Grodinskis, number 2.
I thought so. I saw Soden trotting off and getting some high fives. I was pretty sure it was Grodinskis, and that it was. So the 2-point conversion now comes as the Bulldogs trail 21-19, 1:40 left to go in the game. It goes without saying, a crucial play here.
And they're going to send out 3 receivers.
Coach Ball's going to take a timeout as they looked at the formation to see how they were set up. Ball was spotted on the left hash. The team looking to convert a 2-point conversion has their choice of where they want the ball. So Coach Matthews chose the left hash. He had 3 wide receivers out to the right, and Coach Ball takes a timeout. Veteran play so he can get a look at the formation and prepare his defense for what might come.
In Londonderry at the end of 4, Pinkerton getting close. They're down by 10. It's 23-13. Londonderry leads.
4 wide. Michael alone in the backfield takes the snap. Of the broadcast, we expected a battle, and that's what we're getting.
And you were looking at the NHIA overtime rules here. Did you happen to remember what it said? What happens when we go into overtime?
I certainly do. It is the 10-yard overtime procedure. So the offensive team would get the ball at the 10-yard line and head in. Before we get to that point in describing those details, we have a crucial 2-point conversion coming up here as Bedford retakes the field with their offense.
And you can hear the crowd.
Michael's in the gun. 2 wide receivers out to the right. Henryshawn is stacked to the right wing. Michael takes a snap, goes to the right. Rolls out, looks for a pass, into the end zone, he's got it! Grodinskis, it's good, and this game is tied. Grodinskis patiently moves out of the way of the defenders. Michael guns it into his gut. Grodinskis comes up with it, and we are tied with 1:40 to go.
You know, as he was rolling to his right, he was running out of room, and it was a great move by Grodinskis to step in front of the 2 Exeter defenders to give him a target to hit. And the sure-handed receiver pulls it in, ties the game up. There's 1:40 left to go here. But you know, Exeter, they're not a speed kind of team. They're a plodding team here. So if you get a good kickoff and you get them deep, say down to the 20-25 yard line, they're going to have a lot of turf to cover with only 2 timeouts, and the style of offense they run doesn't pick up big chunks of yards.
It sure does not. Plodding offense, measured. Great team when they're ahead, but when they have to score urgently, I'm not sure I've seen the big playability. And back for the kickoff now is Joe Michael. They tried the onside in the previous possession. It did not work. Exeter tried a fake punt to keep things going and gave up ball position, and it ended up costing them. Michael will kick. He kicks solidly to the right-hand side. It will go out of bounds. So they do give up some field position here on kicking it out of bounds. That is a penalty. Not sure that was the best choice. Probably not desired, but the ball will come out, and the Blue Hawks will have decent starting position.
It was kind of a line drive kick. Yeah, I've seen the Bedford pooch kick where you kick it high toward the sideline, try to hit a gap where the receive team might have left something open. Maybe it's kind of it's like an onside, but not the traditional way. But instead it just flew right out of bounds. Either way, they're at the 35-yard line. They have 65 yards to cover, or at least get within field goal range. I don't know how good their kicker is. He did hit 2 extra points from 20 yards out.
Bedford under center, the tee behind him. Pivots out, handoff, right side. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage is number 2, Layton. And no gain, and the clock ticks. Under a minute and a half to go.
I don't think Exeter's playing for regulation. I think we're going to try to take it overtime here.
Got to stay on your feet, though, here, on your toes, as they could try one of these play actions, getting downfield, trying to fool the Bedford defense. Bedford comes to the line. T behind him. He's under center, too tight. Takes a snap. Right up the middle is Zhang. Zhang gets forward for maybe a 3-yard gain out to the 39-yard line.
Clock still running. No timeouts called here.
Under a minute to play. This is the one you have to be wary of. Clock is ticking. Bedford hustles over to the huddle. Keep everything in front of you if you're the Bulldog defense. They hustle to the line of scrimmage. Bedford, 2 tights. He's under center. T behind him. Barks out the signals. Takes a snap. Pivots out. Left-hand side, Weberg gets forward. Will have the first down. Just beyond the 45-yard line. They'll move the sticks. They'll stop the clock briefly. 15 seconds to go, and they're going to play for overtime.
If they had the benefit of replay, I would have looked at that, because I think he might have landed short of the first down.
Bedford hustles into the huddle. They are calling a play, but time will expire. Regulation has ended. The fans are getting a treat today. It is tied, and we will go to overtime.
Just an amazing contest here. Everybody came out and everybody watching on BCTV. Hope you're enjoying the contest. Definitely worth tuning in for. Also on Sunday, girls soccer, number 3 Bulldogs against the BG Cardinal, number 1 seeds at Exeter High School. 5:30 tip-off, or what do they call soccer?
Kickoff.
Kickoff, thank you. I mean, they don't kick. I mean, yeah, they kick, but it's not like they kick it off. They just kind of tap it over to...
Well, you know, they're trying to keep possession. Either way, yes, they start the game by kicking it.
Using their foot.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not a face-off. It's not a tip. It's a kickoff. That's all right. Not your sport, right?
Never
you like,
was.
you know, sharp thingies on your feet and skating around on slippery stuff.
Yep. Anyway, it's going to be on the NFHS network tomorrow at 5:30 if you don't want to make the ride out to Exeter. Should be good weather tomorrow.
So we do have the overtime here coming up. Visiting team can call the coin toss. It is the 10-yard overtime procedure, so each offensive team will start at the 10-yard line going in. The team that wins the toss can choose either offense or defense. frequently you like to go second to know what you have to do. If your defense comes up with a stop or a turnover, you know you just need to kick a field goal to win. So you like to have that idea of what you need to do. And the teams will alternate. So even if the first team with offensive possession does score, the second team or the defending team gets a chance to respond. And I love it. When Jack Edwards for the Bruins says, "How's your entertainment level?"
Pretty high.
Pretty high. 3-minute intermission here. Teams will go back out to center field for the coin toss. You're getting some extra entertainment today, both from the band and certainly from the field.
The sun's getting pretty low here. I wonder if that's going to be an impact on which side they're going to run the plays from.
Good question.
Do you want to be looking into that sun or away from it?
They do have the choice of choosing one end or the other. So the winner of the toss could choose offense or defense, or choose end of the field where the ball will be put into play. We've seen the last excitement happening to our right here in the press box in the somewhat shadowed end of Bedford High School field here.
And there's little, if any, wind here, so that's not a factor today.
I'm guessing they will want to go right, as the receivers would be looking back away from the sun. However, it's tougher for your quarterback to look downfield and find an open receiver, so I'm not sure if it'll have much to do with what they choose. Wind has been very calm on this beautiful fall day. We do see some short sleeves out here today as it's hovering in the low to mid 50s. Waking up this morning, it was in the high 20s, though. I know, Harry, you were excited for the winter to come.
I got my long johns on. You're ready for the coin flip on the Big B at the middle of the field.
Captains meet at midfield. I'm sure they are reviewing overtime regulation rules and the approach to how this game will be decided.
Go ahead.
Head official is describing the coin toss procedure, and we'll determine that momentarily.
I was just going to take care of the legal matter of a legal ID. It is the top of the hour. You're listening to WBNH LP Bedford 105.1. You're listening to Bedford High Football, also watching on BCTV Channels 23 and 1072.
We really appreciate the BCTV crew and the WBNH crew. Bill Jennings on the camera here, George Cox helping with production, Dale Bird back in the studio helping with the replays. Hopefully we've been able to provide some entertainment here on this Saturday afternoon. We did not see how that coin toss ended up, but we will see shortly as to who will take the offensive side first.
Well, they indicated they went to the Bedford side and pointed toward the right end zone.
Okay,
so I am assuming that Bedford will be first and they're going to be at the right end zone.
We are marching down to the right side where those shadows were described earlier. Ball will be spotted on the 10-yard line. Coach Matthews is discussing with Joe Michael, his starting quarterback. And as we saw throughout the season and throughout this game, Michael is an undeniable leader. I'd have to say that he is a strong contender for Player of the Year in New Hampshire. Possibly this right here will help determining that. No time on the clock, as that is irrelevant. These are not timed overtime periods. Joe Michael comes to the line, and the Bedford offense will take over. Two wide set. McAuliffe is tight right. Michael takes a snap. He tucks it under his arm and runs to the right-hand side. He's off the right-hand side and gets down to about the 2-yard line. On first down play, designed run to Michael off the right side.
Yeah, great start to the possession there. Just a little bit short of the end zone. A touchdown saving play there by Exeter.
So the ball is spotted just inside the 3-yard line. 2nd and 3. Michael trots back to the huddle. Gives Logan Sphere a little bit of a high five as he gets into the huddle, and I'm wondering if that's some foreshadowing. Too wide. McAuliffe's tight left. Michael takes a snap, gives it to Sphere off the right-hand side, and he's in for a touchdown. Tackled by Weberg, but not before he gained the appropriate yardage. Gradinskis gets excited and wants the crowd to do the same. The Bulldogs go up 27-21.
And the job's not done here. A critical extra point coming up.
2 plays, they get into the end zone. Michael puts the tee down for the extra point on the 10-yard line. Gradinskis will hold. Hunter Descharme usually does the snap duties. Ball's back, placed up, and it is good. So 7 points here and 2 quick plays, and the extra point is tacked on. Bedford successful in the first half of overtime. Now they rely on their defense as the Blue Hawk offense will come out to the same 10-yard line and try to punch it in to tie.
And if you're Exeter, what do you do here? You stick with what got you here, the heavy set, the runs, or do you try to mix things up and put it in the air?
You know, if I'm Coach Ball, I'm going with 3 yards in a cloud of dust. You haven't stopped me yet. I'm going to try to hammer it right up the middle. Use my big bodies up front. That offensive line and the blocking schemes have been successful moving the ball. Why move away from it?
Well, we shall see here shortly. 28-21, Bedford leading in overtime. Exeter has to match to keep this game going.
Pafford comes to the line of scrimmage. He's under center. T behind him. 2 tights. He takes a snap, pivots out to the left. Weberg up to the left-hand side. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain, perhaps even a loss. No, they'll mark him at the 10-yard line. So no gain on first down, and they're behind the sticks already.
That was kind of a slow developing play, and I don't think anybody on the Bedford line was fooled by that.
Certainly not. Thank you for that replay, Dale.
I don't know if you can hear the rumble of the fans stomping on the aluminum stands here.
Pafford comes to the line again. 2 tights, T behind him. Goes under center, barks out the call. Reverse pivot, he's going to boot to the left-hand side. He looks downfield into the end zone. He's got his man, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown, Blue Hawks. Number 14, Adam Neal, one of the tight ends, released, and Pafford found him in the back of the end zone, and they look for an extra point conversion to tie here. Ethan Moss will kick. Pafford will hold. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good.
Wow, and that kind of was fluttering like a duck on the way up there.
Not a strong leg, but he has been accurate, and we'll restart the process. The Bulldogs offense will look to score again.
Now, will they reverse the order? Will Exeter go first?
Just wondering about that. I'm not sure if Exeter will come back on the offensive side first if they reverse the order.
Did you see it come down on the replay? Yes. Jesus. Damn.
We will hold momentarily.
It does look like Bedford is on defense.
So Bedford will come back out onto the defensive side. Evan Sabati is encouraging the Bedford fans to get loud. Pafford comes back to the line of scrimmage, and the Blue Hawks will look to do it again. Wing right here is Weberg, 2 backs behind Pafford. He's under center. We're going to get a timeout to Bedford. Each team is allowed 1 timeout per overtime period. So that is Bedford's timeout. Frequently when Weberg has been in the wing, it has led to a passing play. Perhaps Coach Matthews was uncomfortable with the defense that was called and wanted to take that variability off the board.
Yeah. Over in Londonderry, 23-13, still the score, 5:19 to play in the game. Londonderry leads by 10.
We apologize for the glare that you're seeing in the camera. Our crew is trying to help prevent any interference from this tough angle of the sun.
And the finger in front of the touchdown.
Uh-oh. I'm told there was a finger over the lens during the touchdown. Hopefully you guys were able to see it at home.
For Exeter.
Oh, for the Exeter touchdown, okay. So the Bulldogs will hunker down again on the defensive side. Pafford comes to the line of scrimmage. Weberg is in the wing right. Zeng and Layton are behind Pafford as he is under center. He takes a snap, pivots out, Zeng up the middle, and he is going to be tackled for a 2 or 3 yard gain. Pulled down at the 7-yard line.
Parker Henryshawn with the tackle.
2nd and goal from the 7.
Londonderry actually got a safety on the last play, so they now lead 25-13 with 5:25 to play.
Pafford into the huddle. Fans on the edge of their seats. Pafford up to the line of scrimmage, too tight. T behind him. He's under center. Takes a snap, reverse pivots, he's looking to pass. He's booting out to the left. Ball is up, Layton, and it's good. Touchdown. Layton is there.
Almost the exact same play they ran the last time.
This time it's Layton getting open instead of Adam Neal. And Exeter goes ahead 34-28. Crucial extra point to follow. Pafford will again hold for Moss. Snap is back. It's down. It's fluttering up, and it is good. 35-28. Exeter successful on both of their offensive possessions here in overtime. And now the Bulldog offense knows what it needs to do.
And it's been interesting that they've scored both their touchdowns through the air, abandoning the run. In fact, they've had very little success running the ball in overtime.
Misdirection, keeping the defense off of their game, and some unique play calling, not following the course of the rest of the game.
At some point, do we go to mandatory 2-point conversions, maybe on the 3rd round?
I did not see that in here, so I don't believe that's the same. That is true in the college game, but not here in the high school game. I don't think they will force them. Michael takes a snap, fakes the handoff, goes up the middle for little to no gain, maybe a yard, as he faked the handoff to Sphere going out to the right-hand side. They pull him up. Michael looks to be a little ginger as he's getting off the ground there. But it is second and goal on the 9-yard line. Personnel changes. Snow runs off. Henryshawn goes on. We are here in double overtime at Bedford High School Stadium as the Bulldogs look to score a touchdown to answer the Blue Hawks, as they've scored in the top half of the second overtime. Michael's in the gun, has Sphere behind him. Takes the snap, fakes the Sphere. Quick slant to the left-hand side, it's incomplete. Gradinskis was in the area, but the ball was low. He was trying for that slant off the left-hand side again.
Yeah, he had to get rid of the ball before Ryan Grantley closed in on him.
Yeah, Michael took a shot again. I believe that was Aiden McGinley coming hot off that right side of the defense, right into Michael's grill. And it is 3rd and goal from the 9. Michael is slow to get back to the huddle. He's taken a couple of shots. First down on that run, and now 2nd down with McGinley in his face. 2 receivers out to the right-hand side. Henryshawn wing right, McAuliffe tight left. Michael in the gun, Sphere to his left. Gives it to Sphere, and it's that reverse again. Tagliaferro's coming back to the left-hand side. Gets around to the outside to the left, and they stack him up at the line of scrimmage and push him out of bounds.
Yeah, they lost some yardage on that.
Going to be a tough 4th and 9 here, perhaps even 4th and 10, as he might have lost a yard.
It is 4th and 10. Yeah, they went to the well once too often with that double reverse.
Gadget play does not work this time. And it comes down to a 10-yard play here. Michael trots back to the huddle. Both sidelines on edge. All the fans on edge. They come to the line of scrimmage. 4 wide receivers set. McAuliffe is tight right. Michael alone in the backfield in the gun.
Will Exeter send a blitzer here?
Takes the snap, looks downfield, feels pressure, and he's going to get wrapped up. Ball's thrown right late, and it's intercepted. And Exeter has won the ball game in double overtime. The Blue Hawks defense comes up big as the Bulldogs are unable to score here in the second part of double overtime. And the Blue Hawks will go on to face Winnicott next week, 1 p.m. in Hampton.
Yeah, Michael was getting wrapped up and he was on his way down to the dirt when he threw just a desperation throw that got intercepted. It was really, you had no choice. You had to at least make a play, and that's the way the ball bounces here in Bedford. You know, they came back from 15 points down, and they couldn't finish up the Cinderella finish with an overtime win.
Valiant effort as they did come back, as you mentioned, 15 points down, tied the game, went into overtime on a crucial 2-point conversion late by Gradinskis. Scored a touchdown in the top half, in the first overtime, and forced Exeter to do the same. They did, and then Exeter scored right away on 2 plays. In the second overtime, Bedford could not answer, so they will lose the game, 35-28.
So you couldn't ask for anything more exciting than this finish. Unfortunately, the Bulldogs lose in the first round of the playoffs. That does it for their season. A final record of 7-3. Exeter moves on to meet Winnicott, and we're waiting to find out. It looks like Londonderry will win their game, and then the game between BG and Salem will decide the 4th survivor in the playoff tournament for Division I. Well, Corey, thank you very much for doing the broadcast this year with us. Tremendous job as always. Basketball season will be starting in the second week of December. We hope you all tune in for that. And once again, congratulations to Coach Matthews and the Bedford Bulldogs for a successful season. Couldn't pull it out today, but you can't take anything away from the kids. They did a great job.
Thank you too, Harry. Appreciate it. It's been a pleasure to be in the booth with you all season. Look forward to basketball season. Thank you again to the BCTV crew, Bill Jennings, George Cox, Dale Bird, getting this broadcast on the BCTV channels as well as WBNH. It's been a pleasure to be with you today. Congratulations to the Exeter Blue Hawks. Good luck in the next round.
35-28, the double overtime final. Exeter wins. You've been listening to Bedford Bulldogs football on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. So long, everybody. All right. Hey, great job.